Otaku, welcome back to another episode of Go Mega Otaku Gamer Alpha. I'm your Mega Otaku Gamer, I am Ken-chan. And if you look below at the description, down there, it says Video Game System Reviews, Past and Present. Well, I've done some from the past, and everything that's present eventually becomes from the past. But today, I'm going to do a show about something a little bit more present. Today I'm going to talk about the PlayStation Vita. Now, the PlayStation Vita itself is geared more towards hardcore gamers, and it has the specs to match. It has a quad-core processor that, the CPU. It has a touchscreen on the front. I tend to use a stylus instead of my fingers. It keeps it clean that way. It uses cards for games, similar to what you would find in the Nintendo DS or the 3DS. Gone are those UMDs. Those things were horrible, weren't they? This is one of the cards. This is Gravity Rush right here. Okay, and that fits in this little slot in the top right here. And this little door, whoops, this little door here closes over top of that. And it has a touchpad on the back. You can climb a rope in Uncharted for your Vita by using this touchpad on the back. And it has your dual sticks. It has 2 sticks, and it has the standard Sony button arrangement and shoulder clickers and everything out here. And it's a pretty beefy machine. It right now, currently, it hangs with just about any tablet that's out there, and certainly most smartphones. But that's not going to last for a long time. That won't be like that forever. Now, charging the PlayStation Vita is a lot of fun. The battery life is about 3 to 5 hours, and at some point you're going to have to charge. You can do this with this cradle that you then plug into your PC using this USB cable. Or you can plug it into a wall by adding this cable and this little box that connects the USB to the cable. And you end up with this mess of cabling and stuff like that that you need to plug it in if you're not going to plug it into a PC. Much like what the PSP had. Hey, look at that, Otaku. Oh, well, no. Actually, we're going to go ahead and just pull this aside, and we're going to open this right up. Now, it comes to this interface where you have these bubble things. Okay, and this is telling me that Gravity Rush is in the system right now. But we can look at some of the other features that are on here. You have the Welcome Park, which tells you how to use it. A Party, which is like a party chat type thing. You have your friends list. Group messaging. Here's Facebook. You have a browser on here. Whoops, I didn't want that. But now that I open it, I'll show you how to close it again. You just grab the corner of the screen there, and you close it, and it comes back. You have your photos, your trophies. With a simple swipe of the screen, it moves. Netflix, which I got here. Videos, it's any stored videos that you might have. Music. Your settings. Remote play, which allows you to connect to a PS3. There's a maps feature and a content manager. And then these are some of the games that I have. It memorizes your saved games and stuff like that. So far for the system, I have Uncharted, Golden Abyss, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Samurai Showdown. It's actually a download. I have 6 Samurai Showdown games on there. Mortal Kombat, the new one. Wipeout 2048, MotorStorm RC, which is a really horrible game. Don't download it. Unit 13, which is also a really horrible third-person shooter-type game that you buy in the store. Don't buy it. It's not worth it. And Gravity Rush, which I just recently got, and we're going to take a look at some of that in a moment here. So let's take a moment and look at some of these games then. Okay, we're going to go into Gravity Rush. You just touch the bubble, and boom, it opens up. And there's a start right there. And then you have these things up here. One, it takes you online for any information or add-ons that might be available for it. One refreshes the whole thing. And here's a little message thing here. It tells you some messages that I've gotten. I got one from my friend in Montreal. He's playing Gravity Rush for the first time on June 30th. Okay. Little things like that that are interesting. Whoops. Go back over here to the page. And we can hit start. Alright. Now, this system boasts that it delivers a home console experience in your hands. However, the resolution on the screen is not the same resolution. It's not a 1080p resolution. It's not it's not the same thing really as a PS3 or even an Xbox 360, despite what they say. And I've played both. I've seen both. I've played Uncharted on the PS3. I've played Uncharted on here, and I must say that on the PS3, Uncharted looks quite much better than on here. Now, I have a game going on here, so we're going to go ahead and continue. Yep, it's the one we want. Yes. Okay. Okay, and here we go. The cat starts chasing a bird. We're going to go ahead and we're going to run along after. Let's see what this is here. And these graphics are good. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that their claim, Sony's claim that this looks like a home console, it's not quite there. Okay, now the object of the game is to get to the crow. And she defies gravity. Okay. A little bit difficult of a game, but you can see by looking around here, the graphics are good. Now, you're probably not familiar with this game, so let's go ahead and look at something that you might be a little bit more familiar with. Okay, yep, that's right. It's Uncharted Golden Abyss. It had to happen. We're going to go ahead and start that sucker. Now, I have a game saved on here also. I forget what level I got to on this, level 22 or whatever. But it started to get boring to me, so I stopped. When I play Uncharted, I expect the wow moments, the moments that make you go, ooh, ah, ee, and that's just not on here. It's just not available on this game. Okay, we're going to touch to start. Continue. 23, okay, well, not 22, 23. Yes, we're going to continue. Now, of course, when I do these reviews, I'm not actually playing the game to play the game right now. Which is why oftentimes when I do this stuff, it seems like I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm not playing it very well. It's because I'm not playing it to play it, to beat it when I'm making a video of it. I'm playing it to show you, to give you a rough idea of what it's all about. And that's all it is. It's also kind of difficult to play a game that you're taking video of and trying to watch both screens at the same time to make sure you're getting all the good stuff. But now, here is... Oh, I'm getting shot up here. Now, this also has... This motion sensor allows you to fine aim. I'm not using that right now, so this is going to be a little clunky. Whoop. Got killed. But you can see here, Nathan Drake running for his life. Kick the guy in the nuts. And it makes you do these little swipe things too for combat, for close-in combat. Anyhow, level 23 probably isn't the greatest level to start this on, but you get the idea. It looks, again, it looks close to a home console type look, but in my opinion, it's still not. It's just not quite there. However, as far as for something portable like this that you can take with you to play games that look this good on something portable, that's still quite an accomplishment. Uh-oh, what could this be? It's Mortal Kombat! Yeah. Start. Okay, now this is Mortal Kombat. You've probably seen this if you're a gamer today. You've probably seen this remake, this reboot, actually, of this game on your Xbox 360 or your PS3. Not too bad looking. Very close to the home consoles, but again, not, in my opinion, not quite there. But again, for portable, to take this with you someplace, good enough. Kick in the nuts. Kissy face. Okay, so we've seen some of the games, but now let's look at some of the other features about this system that make it kind of unique, kind of interesting, and also kind of expensive. But what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the remote play feature. And to demonstrate this, we have our PS3, which is way the hell up there. You can just see it sticking out over the edge there. And there's a little controller there sticking out. I have it way up on that top shelf. And we have our HD TV here. And we have our Vita here. But we're going to go ahead now on the Vita. We're going to go ahead and touch remote play. And this is going to give us an option, start, to turn the Vita on and off via the internet. Now we're going to watch. Here's the Vita. Behind it is the television. We'll see if this fires up the PS3 or not. If it does, the TV will come on behind it. Or the PS3 will come on the TV behind it. And it will also come on here. Oh, look at that. What's that? That's the PS3 coming on. Now I'm taking control of that with the Vita right now. And again, you can do this from home. Or you can do this someplace on the road from a Wi-Fi spot. Now, That's on paper. It doesn't always work that way. Obviously, nothing always works that way. Tells you here, remote play in progress. And here is the PS3 screen. Okay, now, what else can we do, though? If we can access the PS3 this way, what can we do, like, say, if we have Skyrim in there, and we want to play that? Well, we find out that this content cannot be used during remote play. That's what we find out. They're working on that. However, there may be some PlayStation titles, perhaps? Like N2O? Well, look at that. Looks like we're going to be gearing up here and playing some N2O. Now, this is coming off of my PS3 through the internet, through the router, and onto the Vita here, which is pretty neat. Taking a little while to load. I never understood why internal downloads have to load. I mean, it's already in the machine. What's it got to, you know, I guess it's got to buff onto the, you know, the regular game memory. And of course, this doesn't utilize sticks. You got to use the crosshairs for this. But as you can see, I'm playing this game on my Vita from my PS3. Now we're going to go ahead and stop this. Oh, that's a neat effect. Now, one of the problems that occurs here is, now that I'm in remote play and I'm playing this game, on the console, to get out of this game, you have to push the PS button. If you push the PS button here, though, it wants to end the entire remote play session. And how do you turn the system off if it's in remote play, and you quit the remote play to get out of the game, but you're no longer in remote play then? Doesn't make any sense. So it's a feature that is neat. It allows you to access content from your PS3, but it still needs a little bit of work. So now we're going to go back into remote play, and we're going to look at some other content via the PS3, and we start this. And we connect via internet. You can connect via private network as well. Doesn't matter, either way it's going to get to it. And it's communicating with it now, and bang, we're back in. Okay, now we're going to look at some other content that we can access from the PS3 using the Vita. And one thing that I'm discovering is that there's not that much. They need to really work on this and get this a little bit better than what it is. It's not that impressive. They should be able to do better than this. I can get a couple of pictures. I don't have any music stored on my PS3, and it won't let me into my... The Whopper 2 is my computer. It won't let me into my computer. It tells me I can't get access to it. My PS3 will allow me access to it. This won't. None of my videos, like I have a B title here, it won't let me add it. Okay, so it blocks, or maybe not blocks, but won't let me have access to a lot of the stuff that's on here. So while this is a good idea, it needs to be tweaked. They need to work on it a little bit more, and hopefully they get that fixed soon. So when it gets right down to it, the portable handheld gaming device is becoming quickly obsolete. And let's be real about that. Let's make no bones about that. Let's not BS it, okay? Let's look at the reality of the situation. Let's look at where the growth is. The growth in the video game industry right now is all happening on smartphones and tablets. Home consoles and dedicated handhelds, that market is shrinking. And that is a fact. You can look it up on the internet, you can look it up all over the internet, and you'll find out that the truth is the market for our dedicated gaming systems is shrinking. You've seen stories like Sega cutting their forecast for the year in half and laying off 4,000 workers. You've seen other companies merging and laying off and canceling projects, pushing projects to the back burner, because as it's been said for years now that those companies are like dinosaurs eating each other. And that's what's really going on. Meanwhile, Angry Birds has 10 million downloads in 3 days, because that's where the growth is. Game companies that are focused on freemium games and cheap games, that's where the growth is. That's who's growing right now. You may think that's unfortunate. You may not like that. I know a lot of hardcore gamers have had a tough time swallowing that bitter pill, but it is the truth, and it is what's happening. And Sony is going to get caught up in that. And they're not the only ones. The Nintendo 3DS, it's also having its problems. Even though it's outselling the Vita 3-1 right now, it's still not quite where it needs to be. There's something going on, and they know it. In the modern gaming world, something like this is being quickly replaced by something like this or something like this. This kind of thing, even though it has the tangible buttons and it makes for a better gaming experience, is still not as well equipped and with entertainment, all-around entertainment. It's not a portable entertainment system that's as viable as something like this or something like this. And of course, even something like this is being outsold 3-1 by something like this. The future of dedicated gaming consoles and handhelds is murky. It's hard to say what's going to happen. I personally feel that this kind of thing is going to die. It is. It's going to take a little while yet, but it's going to die. Followed by home consoles dying. Dedicated home consoles, probably not going to make it too much longer. Now, by die, I don't mean that it's going to go away and nobody's ever going to use anything like that ever again. What I mean is, it's going to, the market share, the market for something like that is going to shrink down to something very small, and it's never going to recover. But if you're one of those hardcore gamers that doesn't care about crap like that, you can't beat the PlayStation Vita for that home console experience in your hands. With dual sticks, the full button array, the touch screen, and the graphics. The graphics, while they don't match the home consoles, the PS3, the Xbox 360, they're still a lot better than any other handheld that's ever been made. And currently, right now, probably a little better than most smartphones or tablets. That's going to change, though.